Let me get my water.
Alrighty, we're live.
We're live, baby.
Welcome to BookShelved.
Cheers.
Cheers.
My big ass water cup.
I know, it's like half the size of you.
I know. Welcome back, everyone. We are here for another episode.
Yes. We're back with our fancy hat. We're going to be doing some questions. The questions that we did not do the last time.
Yeehaw!
I decided to write a bunch of questions and got lots to talk about.
Yeah, so we actually are back from our little Portland adventure.
Yes! Those episodes are
Yeah.
to come July.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep you on your toes, get you excited. Right. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had so much fun. We filmed a vlog, and then we were like, let's include the book haul in the vlog, and the book haul ended up being 45 minutes. So
and plus once we
be separate.
like we edit, we're gonna add a little like intro to the book haul, so it's gonna be even longer than the 45 minutes.
Yeah,
but it's fun. Like that's gonna be an episode that you get cozy, have some snacks, maybe grab a drink, whatever you're into, and like sit down and just like laugh with us.
Yes,
it is hilarious.
Those are to come.
Yes, those are to come. But yeah, it was so much fun, man.
Was Pals everything you hoped and dreamed of?
It was amazing, and it wasn't overwhelming. Like,
really?
You know, for how big it was.
At first, I was a little overwhelmed, even though I've been there tons of times.
It's like overwhelming because there's a lot of books, a lot of people, a lot of rooms, and you're just like, oh my God, this is quite the journey to tackle on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My favorite part was that when you're looking at a title, it has used versions and new versions.
Right.
You know, or like maybe not all or like there might be only new ones, but a lot of them had at least like one used copy, and they were marked down by over half price.
Yeah.
So
and I did wish that the used ones would be a little more affordable, because I mean, you go to like a normal used bookstore and you can buy used books for like $3.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, did you hear that little beep? There's a little beep.
No.
We're good.
We're still recording, so we're good.
I agree. They were, because like most of the used ones were like $10.98.
Yeah.
Which is a little steep, but they were all in pretty good condition.
Right.
So I didn't even feel like I was buying a used.
No, I didn't. I didn't see any that were like out of control damage. But
yeah, no, it was really cool. I liked it. I liked how it was divided.
We spent like 2-3 hours there.
At least 3, yeah. We were there for a while.
Yeah, and it still wasn't enough.
No.
There was a lot of... We didn't realize we didn't even go to the fantasy area.
I know.
Yeah, and I wanted to hang out in, like, the graphic novel area a little more, too, and...
we'll just have to go back.
I know. We visited the romance section a couple times.
Yeah.
A few times.
You can't just do, like, specifically...
The romance section was insane.
It was insane. And, like, you can't just do one little, like, swoop through there, because that's my bread and butter. Like, that is what I want. Yeah. And I needed to kind of keep coming back with, like, fresh eyes. Like, okay, I went through these 2 shelves. Now I'm going to skip and then go to these shelves, and then...
Right. And because there were so many people there that you didn't want to just stand in the way for too long, because, like, people are, like, trying to get by you and stuff. And
we had, like, shopping carts, too. No, shopping carts. Shopping baskets.
Yeah.
So, like, we're, like, this wide because we have these baskets, and it's just, like, awkward. They were heavy because we bought so many books. So that's why our episode was 45 minutes long for our
Plus,
haul.
we were a little boozy.
We're a little boozy. So
that's what's fun about it, is we were a little boozy. It was at midnight. After the bars.
Was it?
Yeah, it was midnight, because we didn't go to bed until like 1.
Yeah.
Because it was after the stand-up show and after the bars, and we were like, let's film a boozy haul.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And before you even see the haul, you'll see the vlog episode that we post, and you just get to kind of come along and see how much fun we were having. Like, I don't just go to Portland. Like, it's right there, but I never go. And when I go, it's because I have to go for something, never just for fun.
I know.
So that was so fun.
Yeah, we're usually only going if we want to go to a store.
Yeah, it's like very much like a day trip, like there and back type of thing. Never. And it was so beautiful.
And we actually read, not a ton, but we actually made a point to sit down and read at coffee shops.
We read at a few different spots.
Yeah, and in the room and stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely Sunday morning, I was like, I'm not even opening up the blinds. Like, we're just going to read a couple chapters.
Yeah.
That being said, should we go into what we were reading?
Yeah, give me your update. You have more to talk about than I do.
So I finished Divine Rivals. Oh my God. So good.
Do you love it?
I get the hype. It was like, there was so much intensity, yet it felt so much like a comfort read.
Right.
When you read it, was the second book out?
No.
Okay.
No.
How long before it came out?
A while.
Okay. Because I'm like, how did you not pick up the second book right away?
Yeah, I would have right away if it was out.
Yeah. I have to seriously control myself the next couple of weeks to read our book of the month. But
the end was crazy.
Were
you just so mad?
I'm scared.
I know.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I was like mad, but I'm more scared because I'm like, fuck. Mm-hmm. How is that going to go? I mean, Ruthless Vows, it being the title, I'm like, redemption is happening. But it's funny because she got the ending that she had gone in for. Like, not the one that she altered what she wanted, but she got it.
Yeah.
And so that's just interesting to see all that play out.
But it's interesting because that's what she wanted, but she's not happy about it. You know?
No.
It's crazy.
I would when we both do a buddy read for that one, I would love to do an episode where we talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's, I don't know. It's super cute. I really liked it.
We can do spoiler-filled Divine Rivals episode.
That'd be fun.
Because we wouldn't want to just talk about Ruthless Vows.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That'll be a good one. I'm excited about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, let's preface before I ask you about Powerless. The last coffee shop that we were in before we left, we're sitting there and Amanda just gets beet red. She's like, no!
Oh, yeah. Out in the coffee shop.
She's like flustered. She's like...
freaking
oh my
out.
God, like she, and I'm just like, I want to ask what's going on, but I'm like, I don't want to ruin it because I'm gonna read it at some point.
Yeah,
but you're just like, you had to take some like time to yourself.
I'm still not okay with that chapter. It was if you guys have read Powerless by, which one is this, Lauren Roberts, there's 2 Powerless books, chapter 30. You guys, it put me on the wildest emotional roller coaster of my life. I was not okay. I slammed this book shut like twice. I was literally like, I don't know if I can read this book anymore.
Has there been like redemption since, or did it just kind of like alter the course and now it's on this like wacky ride?
No, it's leveled out.
Okay.
It has. But I still haven't finished it. I haven't had much time to read since I got home because I've been working on stuff. But I have like...
Speaking of Beartown.
Oh my gosh.
What's the author? Frederick?
Yeah, Frederick Bachman.
Okay.
Today, I have this much left.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. You'll get it done probably by next week.
Right.
So Amanda, obviously, we've talked about it. Not this one, but she's been binding books and she's doing an incredible job. And she just did Beartown. And the author not only like shared it, he made an entire like post on his grid about it, shouting Amanda out, talking about how like creative she is. Yeah, literally a few hours ago. Like, your followers are going crazy right now. Like, people are freaking out about this post.
Yeah,
like,
it's wild.
Congratulations. And it's funny because which friend said the Good Morning America thing?
Oh, I have a friend who she's like, a while back, who was it? Oh, Say You Swear. So the author of Say You Swear, I just sent her a copy of a book that I bound because she saw mine and she was like, I would love to have one of these. So I'm sending her one, which is really exciting too. That just happened 2 days ago.
Yeah, she was like, "What? Holy shit, you made this? I want one."
Yeah. And so just a couple days ago, I shipped that to her. And I posted on my personal page. I was like, you guys, I just sent the author like this book. And one of my friends, she was like, I wouldn't be surprised if one day I got on Instagram and you saw that you were on Good Morning America or something. Because there's just always something going on. And my page is still very small. Like, I still have under 3,000 followers, but
it's blown up double in the last like 2 months.
Yeah, like just a couple months ago, I've gained over like almost 2,000 followers. Yeah. But it was funny because then Frederick Bachman shared my stuff and then she messages me. She's like, I'm telling you, Good Morning America.
Exactly. Yes.
Like, oh, gosh.
It's crazy because you didn't get into this book binding thing to make it
no
a thing. You did it because you're like, I have some time. I want to try this out. I've been seeing it online.
Yeah.
And then it's like, boom, popping off. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're doing a great job. Like, and now you're working on a really special project.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's big stuff.
Yeah. I'll have to share those when I do, but, I don't know if you guys are into fan fiction, but there's a fan fiction out there that is Reason's POV, so point of view of A Court of Mist and Fury. And it's really popular, and somebody reached out to me and asked if I wanted to bind, if I was interested in binding it. And you don't sell fan fiction, that's illegal. So I didn't like take money for this or anything, but she sent me, she printed it out for me because I don't have the printer, and she ended up printing 2 copies, which was so nice. So now I get to bind her and myself one.
Yes.
And I'm really excited.
And you're also like, you're not even just like binding it, but you're like straight up like sewing it, like everything.
I've never done a book where you literally build it from scratch. You print the paper, you fold it, sew it all together, and then you like do all the glue and binding and stuff. It's gonna be so cool. And then to have like a physical copy of Reason's POV.
Do you think you'll like, are you gonna do it in the same?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it the same exact
for yourself.
way as this. She has a certain style that she's kind of after, but I don't know if she watches this, so I'm not gonna say something. But I've got some other ideas that are gonna go into it. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, you're doing like collab work and stuff. It's amazing. I'm so proud of you. It's been so fun to like watch it happen. I'm just like, we should. I'd love to look at all of our messages anytime something happens and it's all the cast. Holy shit!
I know.
Amanda!
Yeah, it's so
You're cool. Like, I'm freaking out!
Yeah, our stuff is really funny.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I'm excited.
Yes. So, our book of the month.
We both need to start
We have 2 weeks.
Yeah, here's a reminder. It is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. And it's thick, little font, so if you haven't started it, like
little
start
font,
it now.
Lots of words, little spacing.
Yeah.
When we were at Powell's, I was checking out, and I'm not going to say how many books I got because you'll hear about it later, but I got a lot of books.
I'm curious, who do you think got more books? Myself or Danielle? I'm curious. Who do you guys think did it?
Whose library are we sitting at? Think about that when you say how many books.
Hey now. But does that mean I got less because I have enough?
Who has the problem? Think about that. Comment who bought more books, and we'll see who wins in July.
Yeah.
But out of all the books that I personally bought, the gal at the check stand, that was the book of the month that we have, The Secret History. This is the only one that she picked up and was like, this is such a good book, and I'm reading more Donna Tartt books specifically because of this book.
Yeah.
And she said that
nothing but good things.
Yeah. And she said that they've been flying off the shelves. I only found it on one of the shelves that they have, which
the last one.
Yeah, exactly. I got the last one. I'm sure, like we talked about, there's probably more throughout.
But if she's saying they're flying off the shelf, maybe not.
Yeah, I got the last one. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because it kind of, like, I wasn't, like, really trying to look for it at one point, but then I just had a feeling it was in this next room, and then, like, there it was.
I know.
Like,
we were literally just looking at the Zen Cap, and we were like, oh, yeah, we need to get you a copy of Secret History. And we're like, yeah, and then we walk up to the Zen Cap, and I'm like, I don't think this is going to be our style of books. And then we look down, and that's on there. I was like, I didn't even know that was that was there.
In this section.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to start it tonight.
Yeah, I need to, which sucks. I really want to read Powerless, but I really need to start this book. I might get this on Kindle just so I can read it faster.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Akio is like 200 pages in. He was like, I'm not even halfway. He's like, but it's so good.
Oh, sweet.
And I asked him, so you know how we talked about if we think it's going to be like what kind of dark we think it's going to be? He's like, so far it's not dark. Like you really just, you're kind of like immersed in kind of their lives a bit. But I was like, do you think it's going to be like, oh, like you don't know what's coming next, or you think it's going to be like dark? And he's like, I think it's going to be dark.
Nice.
And I was like, do you think it's going to like fuck me up though, like psychologically? And he was like, no, I don't think it's going to be like that. He's like, good. But it's going to be dark. I was like, okay, I feel better.
Because it is dark academia.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to, like, my life to feel ruined after I finished reading it, but I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We're going to get it done. We're going to power through. We're going to go for book date this week.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can, because we have some stuff going on. Bridal shower and all sorts of stuff. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll just have to lay out by the pool. We got some questions. Yes.
Huge Adam Sandler fan.
Amazing.
Let's give it up for this shirt.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do some questions.
Right. I forgot about them.
Good. It's good you probably forgot. So are you asking me? And then we'll both answer.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. We're making it up as we go. I don't even need to answer this question. Huh. Your fictional boyfriend.
Oh, mine is Kai from Powerless. He is.
Oh my god. She literally said this. She was like, "Recent who?"
Yeah.
Like,
this man in here, the things he says to her, I need to go through and like highlight, because the things he says to her.
You should annotate this book.
I know.
This would be a good book for you to annotate, because of like how much you're just like smitten with it.
I know. He says he was like in love with her from the moment he saw her, and she's like,
he's the man's man. A woman wrote this book, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And he is so like just good to her, and she's still very much like, I hate your face, but
obviously I wouldn't have it any other way.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
And yours is?
Mine's recent, because I don't have anything else to compare. She hasn't read
Powerless yet.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Still basic.
Yeah, let's not set that.
Oh,
keyboard on my accidentally turn off. Oh, let's skip this. This is the latest book haul, so we all know it's pals.
You'll find out next month.
Current highly anticipated book / series release. Or you can do most anticipated read.
Yeah, I'll kind of combine the two. So this book just came out, I think, a couple of weeks ago, but it's The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did not want to pay $30 for it at Powell's, so I'm waiting to go to Target. It probably won't even be at Target, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
You think it
Target
will be?
And Fred Meyer.
I just really want to take off that 30% off sticker.
Or we can do what we said and go to Smith's, where it's 10%.
Oh.
It's only 10%.
We're going to do that. We need to...
Then it'll only be $28.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we can go there next week. A little episode-y there.
Yeah.
Maybe
if they let us.
Yeah. But that's my most anticipated read / release, because it just got released.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that I'm up to date on anything else that's like screaming at me to be released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you?
I think the second book in the Powerless series is coming out very soon, July. And I'm really excited about that. Maybe by the time I get to finish this, it'll be out, and I can just pick it up right away, because I have to finish this first.
It might be good that you're kind of pausing for a second.
I'm like savoring it. Yeah. I think that one for sure. But I'm also really excited to start that one here. And I won't say that one, because that's going to be in our later video. But I'm excited about that too. Oh, it's your turn.
Okay. Wait, I'm drawing. Favorite book cover owned?
Oh, that you own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is going to be so hard.
I know, yours is going to be way hard. So, like, you think about it for a second.
Okay.
I have 2. My first one being Things We Never Got Over, because Amanda gifted me the special edition.
Yeah, that's
and that one is just beautiful.
Yeah,
like there's gold flake on it, and it's so pretty. So obviously that one, because it's my favorite book, and my bestie gave it to me. And then so the favorite one that I've like actually bought for myself would have to be Trust of the Emerald Sea. By Brandon Sanderson. Like that one just. Like, yeah, I have that one, like, faced out on my shelf, because it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely just gorgeous. Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be my... And then what about you? Oh, my gosh. Put you on the spot.
You can see them These ones with dragons on them.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Is that this one, too?
Yeah, it's the both of those, yeah. I absolutely love
those.
those.
Is this the same as this?
Mm-hmm. The blue one there with the edges out is the same as A Day of Fall and Night, and the one that's facing outwards is the same as the Priory of the Orange Tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think you have those 3? See, I'm not lying when I say that you have 3 of the same copy.
Okay, so get this. So I bought the one when it came out, and then on Pango, someone posted an autographed like Waterstones edition, which is it's a bookstore in the UK, and an autographed edition. But like, so when she signs her book, she uses certain color markers, and certain markers are like rarer than others, and that was like the rare one. And she posted it for such an affordable price that I was like, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
And then I missed out on the Illumicrate editions right there, and I was super sad because I loved the Priory.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know what? We're going to do a restock. So a limited run of reprints. And so I was like, I got to get them. I know.
Amazing.
I know.
Wait,
I wouldn't have bought
about this one or are you talking about this one?
They came as a set. I wouldn't have bought I would have read the autographed edition, the Waterstones edition, and not if I...
So are you going to get rid of the non-autographed one?
I might, yeah. Because it's just you can get that one anywhere kind of thing.
What episode was I making fun of you about having? But I think it's on our haul episode. So just remember this. Mark my motherfucking words. Think about this when you get to that episode. And I love it about you. I love it. You probably have, 3 sets of Bridgerton now? Or 4?
Almost. 2.5.
2.5. Full sets.
I'm gonna have to.
I love it. I love it. Okay, your turn.
The book that I have the most copies of, though, is Crescent City. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 copies of that one. I'm obsessed. I have a tattoo for that book. Or
you have it tattooed on you, or like when you want to get?
Yeah, I have a crescent right here. It's a really shitty tattoo, and then my best friend from back home, she wrote, "You keep me safe," and then her tattoo says, "You keep me wild."
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's really
I like that. Yeah. Is that Patty?
No, that's Lorraine.
Okay.
Because Crescent City, the first book, is about 2 best friends, and I love their friendship. Their friendship is so
that's cute.
Good. Before I answer this, we should stop the camera and then restart it.
Cool. I know, I'm like itching. I feel like it's gonna
go. Mine. Your favorite side character? Oh, okay.
I know mine.
This is gonna be hard. You go first.
Okay. Steph. And Things We Never Got Over.
Oh.
He's definitely one of them. When I wrote that question, I immediately thought of him because I was like, who's mine? And I loved him because him and Naomi just had such a fun relationship, and like him falling for the guy that works at Knox's bar, and just like that whole thing. He's just like salty and sweet, and he's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that he was fun, and I've always wanted a best friend like him. So I would say him. See, that's the noise I keep hearing.
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's my Discord.
Oh.
I'm in a Discord with a bunch of binders. Cute.
Trying to think. Yeah, because there's no other like side characters that are like, I can think of.
I got mine. Okay, Magnolia Parks. But my favorite side character is Bridget, which is Magnolia Parks' sister.
Okay.
She's my favorite.
Does she have her own anything?
No, I wish. She did, but she's...
Jessa, companion.
If you have read these, you know about Bridget.
And if you've read both of the books that we just said, which side character is better?
Yeah, so Magnolia Parks, she's very high maintenance. She's high society, likes all the bougie things, very into fashion, all this stuff. Her sister is polar opposite, and she calls Magnolia out all the time. And I love that. They have such a great, they're sisters, so they have this great, banter and, bickery type.
But they end with love always.
It's love always.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I feel like I know your answer. Mm-hmm. An author that you always recommend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jessica Hastings. Yeah, she's amazing.
Well, I have like 3. I would say definitely Emily Henry, because obviously I feel like that's just kind of a given. You don't have to say that
a lot.
And then I would say Christina Lauren, if you're wanting something just feel good. Yeah, feel good. And there's a lot of books by them. Yeah, I would say those. I mean, I would also say Sarah J. Maas, but I haven't gone fully into that world other than ACOTAR. So, but based on, I've probably read the most pages. Like, if we're thinking like pages by author, I've probably read the most by her because her books are so fucking big.
Yeah.
And I love her writing. So I would say her. But like, definitely, I would say at the top of my list, Emily Henry, hands down.
Yeah, I would say Chuck Palahniuk too, though. Invisible Monsters, the book I was telling you about that I've read multiple times, that is hands down one of my favorite books of all time. And I always recommend that if somebody's in the mood for like a darker, twisty mind fuck of a book.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. More later.
Should we just do a couple more? Keep this episode a little short.
Sure.
Shorter.
Yeah, because this is always like a fun thing to come back to, our little questions.
Yeah. Ooh, a book series that you DNF'd. Have you ever DNF'd a book?
I used to before I got into reading, because it would take me like a long time to get into it and then I would stop. Mm-hmm. A book that I have DNF'd, but now that I've been reading a little more broader genres, I'm going to pick it up again. Mm-hmm. I kept having to reread over my sentences, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for this right now, but the plot sounds really good. It's called, you got it for me actually, it's The Vanishing Half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to read it. I was actually just looking at it when I was rearranging my shelves, because I saw it as the hardcover version at Howell's when we were there. Yeah. And I was like, this seems like a really good book, and I'm going to be ready for it. But that's, I didn't like DNF it because I'm like, F this. I DNF'd it because I wasn't in the mood for it.
Right. There's a lot of books that I've DNF'd because of that, because I'm like, this just isn't the vibe right now. But the most recent one that I DNF'd was Wildfire by Hannah Grace. That was like a hard DNF. Like,
you tried so hard.
Yeah, and I was miserable through that. And
So do you think you'll read any other books of that series?
Yeah. I think I'll read the next one, because the next one follows one of the character that I really enjoy. I think this one was just too boring. The camp setting for me wasn't it. And I hated how the found family that you fell in love with in the first book just were non-existent in the second book at all. Like, they just weren't there because he was at camp.
Yeah.
Like, it was really weird way to do it, because everybody was just so excited for a sequel to be back with that group of friends, and then they're not even there.
Yeah, that is lame. Well, you know what immediately came to mind, though, when I read that question, or I heard that question, I thought of you. Fine Print. That's the first one that came to my mind.
Yeah, I DNF'd that one pretty fast. Yeah. Because that was Grumpy Sunshine Boat, where the grumpy guy was not nice at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which a lot of people would probably be like, oh my God, because Fine Print, that that series is really popular.
Yeah. Now. Yeah. Okay. What's my least favorite thing about book talk? Ooh. I'm gonna say mine, what we talked about earlier.
Do it.
Me first?
Yep.
Okay. My least favorite thing about book talk is that people on book talk.
My least favorite thing about book talk
is that people forget that people are human beings.
Yeah.
And we place people on these pedestals when they have any like lick of fame. And then if they do something that they don't even know is wrong, people cancel them. And I just think that it's too much. Like,
yeah, cancel culture in general is just out of control.
Yeah. And then in book talk, like, there's so much of like wanting to cancel authors because if they said something controversial that a lot of times they're not even like controversial. It's just like someone's their perception of it is controversial. Then they get canceled and they're like, I have to sell everything of theirs, or like get rid of everything of theirs. And that bothers me. I won't talk about like the specific thing that we were talking about earlier, but just like, yeah, just when people put authors and publishers on this like freaking pedestal,
and then if they don't live up to this expectation that they have, and they're not this perfect human being without ever making a single mistake in the world, then they're canceled. They're done.
Yeah, like imagine all the things that you've done that could get you canceled if someone like cared a little bit more.
Canceling people have probably made mistakes in their lives or done something.
But they're just not on this pedestal of like that these other authors and stuff have been put on, where they're like under a magnifying glass.
Yeah, it's wild. There's obviously things out there that's like, oh man, like there's no coming back from that.
Right, definitely.
But there's just like these little things that just are not a reason for somebody to be canceled. Like, I'll just go ahead and say it. Like, an author shared a character art that was done with AI, and
she didn't know it was done with AI.
Well, I don't know. I doubt she did, honestly. But she's in the past shared pictures that have been done with AI, and I guess people have told her like, "Hey, it's not cool. It hurts artists," which it does, and I agree. But people are trying to cancel her because she continues to share on her Instagram story artwork that's been done with AI.
But it's not like she's selling a version of her book
with AI. Yeah, like AI. From what I've understood is like all her covers are not, none of her covers are AI. Her book obviously isn't written with AI. Like nothing she's done is AI. She just shared an AI image on her Instagram story, and the internet is coming for her. And it's
not her fault that AI has taken over.
I do not know what's AI and what's not AI. I feel like there's little things that I can be like, if I see something, I'm like, oh, that's totally
like
AI.
Video things of AI that are like, you can tell it's not quite like real, but like pictures.
It's hard for me to tell because artists are insanely talented. And I know that AI is taking artists' work to create these AI images. But I don't know how to detect AI. So to like cancel someone for sharing an image that's done with AI is just insane.
I agree.
I guarantee I've probably shared an AI image
and not known it.
No idea.
You're canceled.
Yeah.
Everyone stop following you right now. Get rid of anything that you've ever made. It's just crazy. Like you're going to like ruin this person. Now this author probably is like sitting at home with just like freaking out, just like feeling like guilty, like shit. People, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if she's getting like threats.
Yeah.
You know, because people go so extreme these days. And I mean, I'm kind of getting on a tangent now, but I just hate that people are under such a microscope and then get so slandered by a mistake.
Right. You know, and like I said, I agree. AI is damaging to the art community.
Totally.
And, to even industries that you wouldn't think AI would affect, hairstylists. People are bringing in pictures of AI images being like, I want this hairstyle look.
That's not possible.
And it's like, it's not possible.
Yeah.
That was done with a computer.
No, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So like it is touching all these industries you wouldn't think, but is sharing a freaking picture on your Instagram story is not, you should not be canceled for that.
No,
so,
not at all.
Yeah, that was a tangent. I'll just draw another one.
Yeah. We literally were talking about this before we started recording, and it's kind of funny that I pulled that question.
And we're always scared to say stuff because we don't want to get canceled, and I'm sure a lot of people on the internet feel that way. But
yeah.
What got you into reading? Instagram question.
Yeah, so this was when I put questions up. So we've talked about this in the past, but I figured since someone asked us that personally, that we should re-answer it.
Yeah,
for our new followers.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I have always wanted to be a reader. I wanted to be that girl, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I would pick up a book because I think I was just reading a book that I already had, and it wasn't one that I was into. And, so I just didn't really read it.
That's what they always say is like, if you think you're not a reader, it's because you haven't found the book you like.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think I started reading once I was like already on TikTok and stuff, because it was during the pandemic that I started to get into reading, because what else are you doing in the pandemic? And I think I kept seeing Ugly Love being posted out there by Colleen Hoover. And so I got the book. I devoured the book. I think it took me like, I don't know, it probably took me like a couple of weeks to read it, which now would have taken me like a day or two. But I remember being like, oh my God, I just read a book in 2 weeks. Like, look at me go. Like, every day I'd be like, babe, look how many pages I've ever read. Like, guess what page I'm on? Like, I still do that. Actually, when I like am like really into a book, I'm like, guess what page I'm on? And I just started the book. I just get so proud of myself, and I'm like, look at you like literary queen. Like, not me worried I'm gonna butcher that word. So yeah, that book, and then I went on this whole Colleen freaking Hoover rabbit hole, and I just kept like devouring book after book after book. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. So yes, those books like popped off for me, but the first book that like I read, which was right before I got into like what I wanted to read, it was a self-help book. Oh. It was How to Be a Badass.
Oh yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, and I actually really liked that book, and so when I read that and I finished that, I was like, okay, so now I can treat myself to a funsies book. And yeah, and then
now look at you.
Now look at me. Now I have a library myself.
Now you have a podcast.
Now I have a podcast. I know, believe it or not. Yeah, so then I was like reading like a healthy amount of books, but nothing like too crazy. And then Amanda and I like reconnected, and we both realized that we were bookies. And then it really popped off.
We met at the restaurant. I brought you books. Didn't I get you ACOTAR or something? No.
So we were at Melissa's birthday, and you brought her books, and then I was making you guys feel bad.
And you were like, you read? Or
yeah, because you guys, they were like talking about like our two like non-reader friends were talking about how they all went to Barnes and Noble, and I was like, our friend Claire, who was like was my connection into the group originally, and I was like, what the fuck? You know I've been reading, and I didn't get an invite to this. And then Amanda was like, you read? And then I think Melissa was like, you need to follow her Instagram page. And then
so funny.
Yeah, so then that I was like, read, met Amanda, and then like never looked back.
Though, yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, so I've always been a reader. I read in middle school and high school and all this stuff, and then I just kind of fell off. And then we actually moved into an RV for 9 months, and we lived in an RV, and I had to get rid of all my physical books. And I got a Kindle, and books were so accessible on the Kindle. I was just like, I was just reading, and I was in an RV, so I didn't really have much to do, reading like crazy. And then we moved into an apartment again, and I stopped reading. But then pandemic time, and Bridgerton came out on Netflix. The first season.
The two together.
The first season of Bridgerton came out. I fell in love with the Duke of Hastings, and I was like, I need more of this.
So did you watch the show before you read the book?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Have you rewatched the show?
I'm actually rewatching the first season now because I'm caught up on the seasons, and I was like, I want more Bridgerton.
I want to know once you finish season 1. I want to know
how. I've watched the first season like 4 times.
Oh, okay.
This is like my 4th time watching it.
Oh my god.
I'm obsessed. Like, I love Bridgerton. Wow. It's my absolute favorite.
So how do you think that the show did, the adaptation?
The books are so different. They're the same, but they're different. They change a lot of stuff.
Which is like, we expect that. But do they do like a disservice to the books?
No.
That's good.
They do
I feel like you don't hear about that very often.
Yeah, they do a really good job with it. Storyline is still, I'd say 85% the same.
Huh. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I read Bridgerton. I watched the show, and then I bought it on my Kindle, and then in that month I read all the books except for one. And then it's just gone from there. And then I think after Bridgerton I picked up Sarah J. Maas, and then
wow. So you just got heavy. You started strong.
Yeah, because freaking Instagram. I was seeing Sarah J. Maas everywhere. I was like, let's try her out.
Was ACOTAR out at that point or not yet?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's been out for a long time.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
I know.
Wow. All right.
Should we call it?
Let's call it there. We have questions. That'd be a fun poolside episode.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So we'll have another questions episode in a while from now. Break up the
download.
But they're so fun.
I know.
I like them.
Breaks up.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are excited for what's coming up. Mix up the little podcast a little bit with some other content.
Don't forget to get the book of the month. Get started reading it now, because this is gonna be
it's a long one.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be good though. Like, I think we're gonna really get into it. So get this and
follow us on social.
Yeah, watch our latest reel. If you
Don't forget to vote below. Who bought more books?
Who bought more books?
Who bought more?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna put that on Instagram too, because I want to see what people think.
I know. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.